Welcome students. Today we learn the definition of exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. After that we learn the neutralization reaction and precipitation reaction. So as you can see over here, the reaction in which heat or energy is released is called exothermic reaction. For example, when calcium oxide is put in water, it converts into slake lime, that is called the CaOH whole twice, and lot of amount of heat is released. So that's why it is called exothermic. And have you heard about the topic respiration here? Like when glucose reacts with like oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide, water, and some amount of heat. As you have observed, when we release the carbon dioxide, it feels warm. So that's why respiration is a exothermic process. Now we'll learn the definition of endothermic reaction. Okay. Next topic is endothermic reaction. The reaction in which heat or energy is absorbed is called endothermic reaction. As you have learned about the photosynthesis, when carbon in presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, like plant makes their food, so it gives glucose and oxygen over here. So sunlight is a kind of energy, so it is absorbed. So that's why this is a endothermic reaction. Now you can see over here calcium carbonate gives calcium oxide plus CO2, so heat is absorbing, so that's why it is called endothermic reaction. What I am saying here, important point है कि what I can say here, all decomposition reactions are endothermic in nature. All decomposition reactions are endothermic in nature. You can blindly write that part, like most of the part I just say here. So that's the part here. So endothermic part is clear to you all. Endothermic reaction is clear. Our next topic would be precipitation reaction. Our next topic will be precipitation. Okay, so this is the definition of precipitation reaction. What is the definition? The reaction in which formation of precipitate. What is a precipitate? Solid product which is insoluble in water and settle down at the bottom after the reaction takes place is called precipitation reaction. We have seen many example. एक हम लोग और पढ़ चुके हैं बेटा. तीसरा example है ये. That was the third example we are learning in this class. एक है BaI2, barium iodide, lead chloride. It gives barium chloride and lead iodide. So that is the part we are having. So that is a we have seen the ratio of lead iodide. एक barium sulfate का भी PPT था. That symbol is for the PPT. That symbol is for the PPT. And now we'll see the graphical representation over here. So what you can see over here, when lead chloride reacts with barium iodide, what happens here? They exchange their ions. And form BaCl2 plus lead iodide. BaCl2 and lead iodide. We suppose that that is a symbol PbCl2 and barium iodide. When they mix here, the yellow PPT, whatever you are seeing over here, whatever that is settling down at the bottom, that is the lead iodide. It is the precipitate. It will settle down at the bottom. So I think it is clear, and whosoever attending the regular classes, they have no we have seen an activity over here. याद है lead iodide वाला पढ़ा था लोगों ने, lead nitrate plus Ki PbI2 plus potassium nitrate. That part we have already discussed. So that's a figure over here. And now our next topic will be neutralization reactions. Thank you. So our next definition is neutralization reaction. The reaction in which acid and base react to form salt and water is called neutralization reaction. For example, NaOH plus HCl, NaCl plus H2O. Next is NaOH plus H2O. NaOH plus H2SO4, Na2SO4 plus H2O. Acid plus base, salt and water. So one thing comes in mind, whether neutralization reaction can be called double displacement reaction can neutralization reaction may be called double displacement? Answer is yes. Double neutralization is a maybe example of double displacement reaction. Okay. So last topic of third lecture is characteristics of chemical reaction. How would you came to know that chemical reactions has occurred? कैसे पता लगेगा कि chemical reaction हो गई है? There should be some indication, some changes should be there, so that we could came to the conclusion that chemical reactions has occurred. So first is change in color, change in state, change in temperature, evolution of a gas, and formation of a precipitate. So these 5 characteristics are the of chemical reaction. So can you write the examples of can you write the reactions in which these changes are occurring? Can you write the examples in which these changes are occurring? So we are just trying to write the equation here. We are just trying to write the equation, and we'll see over here so that we can conclude all this property in 1 or 2 equation. Okay. So we are seeing an example that we have earlier discussed, like lead nitrate plus potassium iodide, lead iodide plus potassium nitrate. Aqueous solution of lead nitrate is colorless. Aqueous solution of Ki is colorless. PbI2 is having yellow color that settle down at the bottom, and here this aqueous solution of KNO3 is colorless. So what this equation represents, क्या represent कर रही है equation, कौन बताएगा? देखो ना, example of double displacement reaction. First, change in color को represent कर रही है, change in state, aqueous state से solid state में convert हुआ है, precipitation reaction. So this example can be written for all these 4 kind of properties. Is that clear? So you should think that part, that this equation represents like change in color, change in state, precipitation reaction, and if it may be asked, write the example of double displacement, so you may also write this example. Now we'll see other reaction over here. Now the next example we are taking here, when we heat the white crystals of lead nitrate, so we get a lead oxide that is of yellow color solid, nitrogen dioxide that is a brown gas, and oxygen. So this equation represents many different kinds of property. It is an example of decomposition reaction. For second, this equation also represents change in color. White से हो रहा है, यहाँ पे yellow color हो रहा है, यहाँ पे brown color की gas निकल रही है. Next, change in state. Solid से मिल रहा है, ये तो solid है but that is a gas ना. So change in state is taking place, so that's why it is a chemical reaction. And evolution of gas. Gas evolve हो रही है, so this also represents the chemical reactions occurring. So I hope you enjoyed this class. So like in the last class of this chapter, we will learn about the rusting of iron, corrosion and rancidity. In the last class of this chapter, we will learn corrosion, rancidity and rusting of iron. Okay, thank you.